everyone keeps saying vibe coding. Like, it's on Twitter, it's on LinkedIn, it's in every tech newsletter. Your developer friends are casually dropping it in conversations like it's been a thing forever, when it's not. And nobody is actually explaining what it means in plain English. So let me do that today. But here's the thing, I'm also going to tell you something most vibe coding videos completely skip out. Something that will determine whether this approach actually helps you more as a developer or quietly destroys you and makes you worse. Hi, I'm Liz, your favorite tech bestie, always here to make your tech journey simpler, easier, and a lot faster, because I know what it feels like trying to figure this whole tech thing alone. It's very difficult. And by the end of this video, you understand vibe coding well enough to explain it to someone else, and you know exactly how to use it without it becoming a trap. So stay with me. Now, you know that feeling when you have a really good idea, you can see it, you know exactly what it should look like, you know what problem it solves, and you are genuinely excited about it. Then you open your code editor and it's a blank screen staring right back at you. Like, where do you even start from? And what do you build first? What folder structure actually makes sense? Do you even have the skills this needs? And slowly, that idea that felt so alive in your head starts to fade. Why? Because turning it into actual code feels like being asked to build a skyscraper with your bare hands. Most developers know this feeling. I know this feeling, but something is changing, and this is exactly where vibe coding comes in. Okay, plain English. Vibe coding is when you describe what you want to build in plain English and AI writes the code for you. That's it. Like, that is the whole thing, as simple as that. Instead of you opening your editor, your code editor, and typing from scratch, instead you open an AI tool and say, build me a to-do app with dark mode and local storage, and it builds it. And this is where most explanations stop too early. Vibe coding isn't just asking ChatGPT one question and then moving on to the next. No, it is a full development workflow. You describe what you want, AI generates it. You review it, you refine your description, and you generate again, like back and forth, like a conversation. Think of it less like giving orders to a machine and more like when you are working with a very fast, tireless junior developer who needs your direction. You bring the ideas and the judgment, the AI brings the speed and the code. The bottleneck shift is no longer, can I write the syntax? It's more of, can I think clearly enough about what I want to build? And this is a much more exciting bottleneck, because thinking clearly, that is something you can develop, right? Now, let me give you this analogy that made this whole vibe coding phrase click for me. Now, imagine you are an architect, right? You design buildings, you know where the doors goes, where the windows goes, load bearing, whatever. You understand what a strong structure looks like, and you also understand what a dangerous one looks like. But you don't lay the bricks yourself, right? Instead, you give the blueprint to the builders, the constructors. Mind you and the architect, you are only to know what is best to be built. You don't do it yourself. You give what you want to be built, and the constructors or the builders actually execute it. Now, can you be a good architect without knowing anything about construction? No, because you need to know what a strong wall actually looks like. Otherwise, you approve a wall that would collapse and have no idea it's about to. But you don't need to physically lay every single brick yourself. Vibe coding makes you the architect of your own app. You hold the vision, you give the direction, you review what gets built and catch what is wrong. And once you understand that framing, your whole relationship with building changes. It does. Once you understand this, your whole ideology of building changes. There's no more time for you to start thinking about how am I going to write those code, but instead you cannot focus on the problem, you cannot focus on the structure, you cannot focus on the architecture of your project. So which tools are people actually using for this right now? There are three you must know, just three, that they are very important. Number one is Cursor AI. Now it's like VS Code, but AI built deeply into it. Like you can have a full conversation with it about your code base. Ask it to refactor your code, fix your bugs, or add entire new features. It works directly inside your files like a collaborator who never gets tired. That's number one. Number two is Bolt.new. Now you describe an entire app and it generates the whole app for you. Generates the backend, the front end, like everything, and it is best for when you want to prototype something fast and see if the idea even works. The last one is version 0 by Vercel. Now you describe a UI component and it generates React and Tailwind code instantly. It is brilliant for front end work. Now I have to be honest with you about something. These tools make plenty mistakes, like a lot of mistakes. Sometimes they write codes that look perfectly fine, but the code would break in ways that are so difficult to trace. But even with that, developers using these tools are shaping and pushing and shipping things 3 to 5 times faster than those who are not using the AI tools. Now that is not a small difference. That's the difference between finishing a project and abandoning the project halfway through, because right now you are no more concerned about the code, right? About how to start syntaxing the code. Instead, you can now focus on the more important things. Now we have gotten to the part that I promised you. The part most coding videos leave out completely. If you don't have solid fundamentals in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, or whatsoever coding language you have, vibe coding will definitely hurt you. Please, should I say that again? If you don't know the fundamentals, vibe coding will hurt you. Now here's why I said so. AI generates code, right? You don't understand it. Something breaks, you don't know why. You ask AI to fix the code, it fixes one thing but ends up breaking another thing. You end up going back and forth. You fix one, it breaks another one for you. You fix another one, it breaks another one for you. And this goes on in a circle. At the end of the day, you are completely stuck and you don't even know where to look. The developers getting the most from vibe coding are the ones who can read what AI generates and say, this approach is wrong. Here is why. The ability comes from what? From foundation. So vibe coding is not a shortcut around learning. It's a power up on top of learning. Foundations first, then you can use AI tools. The combination is where the real speed lives. So here is what I want you to do before you close this video, right? Open Cursor AI, describe just one small thing you want to build and see what it generates for you. Just try it once. Worst case, you learn exactly what AI gets wrong. Best case, you ship something this week that would have taken you months to do. Either way, you learn something real. Remember, I'm Lit, your favorite tech bestie, always here to make your tech journey clearer, easier and faster, because I know what it feels like trying to figure out this whole tech thing alone, and trust me, it's not easy. Next week, I'm going into how AI apps actually work under the hood, like the specific architecture that makes everything you just learn actually buildable. That video is going to make a lot of sense. It's going to make a lot of things click that probably might feel confusing right now. So make sure to subscribe so it's waiting for you when it drops. See you in my next video. Bye.